here at All Over the Road New Orleans, the podcast. We'd like to thank all of our listeners, followers, and subscribers for 4 good seasons, and welcome to the show.
I was at a party in New Orleans, and New Orleans is great because no one cares who you are, they just care about having a good time. I saw this one woman try to ask a guy what his ethnicity was, but when she said, "What are you?" he just said, "Drunk." And she said, "No, like, what were your parents?" And he said, "Also drunk."
All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by Coin Trader Inc. Mind your money.
Come on, the Coin Trader Studios, we're bringing it live. And who am I? I go by the name of Darkest Night. And Jada Hoyos is the one who brings a sick beat, to which we're getting pumped for topics this week. So now you grab my great soda and take a sip, while I turn it over to Katie, Nick, Ted, and Vic. It's all over. We're all over the road. We got a brand new show, so just lo and behold, from the bayou to the city to the burbs to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
Yes. It's another All Over the Road New Orleans podcast.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about.
You know why we're playing this song, huh, Teddy?
Oh, I know why. Yeah, absolutely.
Why are we playing this song?
Because Nick is back.
Nick is back. Hello, Nick.
It feels good.
Oh, wow.
It's like coming home.
Well, you're like really distorted over there. Hold on a minute. Try that now, Nick.
It's like coming home.
Talk, Nick.
It's like coming home.
Yeah,
I'm back. Back in the chair.
Yeah.
Can you hear that? Your mic is all distorted.
It sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
All right, maybe it's in my ear. I don't know what it is. Well, anyway, welcome back.
What's this pill?
Little pill?
Oh, never mind that.
What's that?
Never mind that.
Should I take it as some MDMA?
Yeah, go.
All right. Down the hatch.
You're going to find on our official podcast table.
Down the hatch.
You never know what you'll find on the table.
And as soon as you hit the music, Nick, or was it Teddy that knocked
It was
the
me.
water?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
I
him,
thought
but it was
Teddy.
me. Yeah.
Oh, no. It was not me, Teddy. Now we have another Teddy on the podcast. He's almost a regular.
Little Teddy.
Little Teddy.
Say hi, little Teddy. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's my grandson. Now, you're having an adult beverage today, huh, Nick?
Yeah, I decided to treat myself and have one of your beers.
That's good.
Well, it's perfect after that sandwich you just ate. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Cuts through the sodium real well.
it does.
That's right.
It does. I'm trying to get used to this mic stand here, Nick. It's like blocking my vision. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to deal with it later. But anyway, on this very show, we're
Might
going
have
to
to
talk
return
about
it.
the Barista Boys fight. Jason finally did fight over at the Hilario Sunday. We went there last week, and he had a big win
Yeah.
for Jason.
Did he?
It was exciting.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it was a split decision, but our Barista Boy, and we are, of course, the official podcast of Barista Boys, as you know.
Everywhere. Yeah, we're representing all baristas.
He fought this guy named Parker.
So Barista Boy Jason?
Yes.
Our sweet boy.
Barista Boy. He's still undefeated then.
He's 2-0.
Yeah.
Right, Nick? Isn't he
Yeah,
2-0?
his
because
amateur
when he was-
record is 2-0.
Yeah, there you go.
And he fought this guy from San Antone. I say San Antone, not San Antonio.
Yeah, I think he was at Austin actually. But
Oh, was
either way, he was a Texan,
Yeah.
and he had a bunch of. He was like, I think this was his 8th or 9th fight. So you could tell the kid was very calm and,
Yeah, he was.
confident going into it. Whereas our boy was like, you could tell he's
focused,
he was fired
he's hyped,
up.
he was ready to go.
He was really fired
Yeah.
up, and yeah, you could tell the other
Yeah,
guy was a
and
little bit more patient.
Well,
with
here's
him.
a little.
Well, I was just going to say we have a piece of the video on the
We do. We do.
Facebook page that you guys did when
We
you
do.
were there. Yeah, so check it out.
We have that, and then also hold on. Well, the guy he fought Parker. He kept kicking him in the face just like that.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. He got kicked in the face a good 10 times during that fight.
More Barista Boy stories. Yay!
And I think that's what won it for him, Nick. Don't you think? It's
Yeah,
the fact that he
had more like significant
Yeah.
strikes to the face.
Yeah, kicked in the face. But I ended up talking to Mr. Parker kid, the kid that Jason beat. I ended up talking to his dad afterward.
Oh.
Okay, and his dad was a really cool guy, and he had some really good things to say to Jason. So anyway, it was a really good time. And, of course, we had a bunch of people there, a bunch of supporters. And hold on one second here. This was the beginning of the fight. If I could play a little bit for you here. This is the very beginning.
Yeah, Jason told me the kid was anticipating on turning pro after the bout.
This was right before the beginning of the match. Do they call them matches, Nick?
Match?
You could call it a match.
A fight.
Fight, yeah. I think the general term is.
We had really good
an MMA
seats. We had
fight.
good
Yeah.
seats, Ted.
Is that the Lario Center,
Yeah.
right?
So here it is. Here's,
Yeah.
here's the beginning right here.
Okay.
This is me doing the announcing. Hold. Here we go. This is
There he is, Jason Asher, the Barista Boy, getting ready to fight. From River Ridge, Louisiana. We're here at the Lario Center. I'm the king of all podcasting. This is the event we came to see.
How do you like my announcing, Ted?
It's good.
Listen to the crowd.
Look at the fans. Look at the fans here for Jason's bout. Of course, we had
I'm a son of a
Jason
stunner.
and Brandon on an episode. Maybe it was like 2 episodes ago. We promised we'd be here at this event. We're here tonight. And there he is, the Barista Boy. Listen to the crowd. Yo, Barista Boy!
So it went all 3 rounds, and it went to a split decision. And what they do, let's try the ring announcer.
Transportation is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series lightweight division. Introducing your first competitor fighting out of the blue corner. Standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, he weighed in officially at 154.8 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, he holds 3 victories as an amateur. This is Jackson Parks.
Jackson Parks, and here's our boy, the Barista Boy.
And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Standing 6 feet tall, he weighed in at 155.2 pounds. Fighting out of New Orleans, Louisiana. He holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses.
I mean, the place was electric.
Yeah.
It was fun.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
All the smoke. All the smoke.
Your referee in charge of the action, Myron Cote.
Yeah.
You need to hear some of my announcing now, Teddy.
Yeah.
You're the official podcast of MMA.
Now the fight started, right?
Yeah, this is when the fight first started.
Just started.
But that right there, Teddy, that right there was the first kick of many to the face, and it went to a split decision. And of course, our boy Jason was the victor.
Yeah.
And we were very happy. I had a chance to talk to him after. He was very excited, and he's supposed to pick up that ground and pound bag I have in the back. Nick. Supposed to pick that up. Yeah. But anyway, Nick, welcome back. Welcome back. You have a new career now. Oh, before we get started, I want to thank my daughter Katie for the two interviews she did with me on the last
big
2.
Beautiful.
You know, she did a really good job, and I wasn't expecting, of course, I didn't know any of the questions. And in the beginning, the way the questions went, we got on the subject of my grandfather, Howard Elmer, who was actually not my biological grandfather, but was the second husband to my grandmother, Nani.
This is on your mom's side?
Yeah, on my mom's side.
Yeah, okay.
And he kind of came up, and when it came up, first of all, that was a very traumatic time in my life when he passed away. I was 9 years old, and it changed the course of my life. It really did. And through the whole course of the interview, I was never really the same. I mean, I had snot coming out of every pore of my body. I mean, I was so...
You were kind of like, yeah.
I was hoping to avoid that subject.
Oh, okay.
Because of what it would do to me. Because it was a very, very traumatizing time for me as a 9-year-old, losing him because he was everything. And just to build a little bit on that, he had a brother named Dodie. And they used to have we used to have a camp like around Sandy Creek, around Schenectady, New York. And we'd go there often. And after my grandfather passed away, his brother kind of came on the scene, and he kind of looked like Poppy, Howard. He looked like him.
Yeah.
And I remember getting in his pickup truck and driving around and thinking, hey, this is kind of cool because he looked like him. And I kind of tried to make him, and he was never him.
Yeah.
And that I just remember how that felt to me, when I was a kid. So anyway, that came up, and then the interview went on. And I had a hard time really kind of gathering myself after that subject came up because it was such a, traumatic experience for me.
It had such an, an impact on your life from 9 years old. It just makes you think. Like, I don't have grandchildren. I hope to someday soon.
Yeah, you will.
And but you have 4, and just think of the impact you are making on them. And you can see it in that perspective. Like, what this man had on you.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, that was at the beginning of the interview, close to the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that came up, and you didn't know what direction we were going to go in. Or I wasn't there. you were going to go in with your daughter. But and then you got into your radio career and the travels around the country.
And you couldn't give it justice. I couldn't give it all the stories. I mean, we'd have been there for 3 days.
And it was probably a couple hours long. I guess, and then we split it up into 2. But you can't in a long. What were you like 35 years of radio? It's hard. Like I have the same thing, and I couldn't tell the stories within the big story that goes on. Like when you got to Amarillo. Now we worked. The people don't know we worked together numerous different times along that. I think you only really mentioned me in the Amarillo part. I think of your radio career. And it's because where I basically hired you.
Yes, you did.
To come do the morning show like you explained. And there's a lot of stories within that.
Oh, God.
When I was listening to it, I was wondering, like, is Vic going to bring up...
Well, we've told
this, some of it, we have told.
We've told them on previous podcasts. We've talked some of the stories. Right. We talked about Terry Funk and, I did mention Steve Howard. Yeah. And remember the one morning when I called in and I said, Teddy, I can't make it this morning. You said, why? And I told you why. What did I tell you I was?
Where did you were? When you were,
I was in jail.
You were. That's what I was going to say. You were detained.
I said, Ted, I'm not going to be able to make it this morning.
And we sent Terry to your house.
I'm in jail.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah. Well, that was another time we sent Terry to your house.
Yeah,
I think Martha was out of town with your daughters, and you didn't show up, and Terry showed up.
Yeah,
and I sent him to your house with a cell phone, and we did all that, but. Yeah, because, we worked together in the early 80s when we first met. And I think you were already married. You had just married Martha. And because the whole time I've known you, you've been a married man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And through the whole, and I was married too, but that was my first marriage. And so then, and then from the 80s into now. So, I listened to it all the way through, which of course I'm going to listen to it all the way through, but because I edited it.
You do. You did a great job.
And there was very little that had to be taken out. It was just a free flowing kind of thing, conversation.
Yeah, Katie did a really good job. So I want to thank my daughter, Katie, for that. And we got all kinds of exciting stuff coming up with that. Also want to mention to you that we finally, guys, we are going to get Demario Davis on the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and what Demario Davis is doing is he's starting a new school in the inner city, which is a really cool thing. Mm-hmm. So he's really anxious to get down there. Of course, Demario is the all-world, all-everything middle linebacker, the backbone of the New Orleans Saints. So we're going to have him on. That is a done deal. Okay. No, I can't do it right now.
He's like the Saints veteran now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Well,
he's the guy. He's the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy.
And so we are definitely going to have him on there. But of course, Nick is back, and
Nick is back.
Nick, of course, this whole thing started with me and Nick, and then we brought Teddy on shortly after.
Yeah.
But Nick has a new career now, as we've talked about on the program before, where he is. So what would you call yourself?
I'm a dental lab technician.
Okay.
So we dentists have patients come in and they need a crown or a veneer made, and our lab gets that done for the dentists.
Okay. And so and of course, the man that you're working with or for is Michael Bellerina.
Yep.
Who I had 2 implants put in the back. I had one of the root canals that just didn't take. Mm-hmm. And the guy that he sent me to, the dentist that did these implants, was a guy that described Mike as not just a guy that makes teeth, but he's an artist.
For sure.
And so it was really kind of cool. So now what I'm going to be getting done, and I've talked about this before on the podcast about me getting some veneers, some Steve Harveys. Big ones, big white. Now
big white ones.
We were going to choose the color, right? Now, what did we choose? What are the color palettes you can choose from?
I don't know. We usually put like a card up against your current teeth.
Oh no, I'm going way whiter.
No, I know, but then once you know what the baseline is, you can move up or down.
When I open my mouth, you're going to probably have to get a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting what they call the Social 6. Yeah. The Social 6 is what I'm getting. Yeah, and that's 4 top, 2 bottom is what that amounts to.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 top, 2
might be an HTBL1.
Technical.
Happy 4.
Oh, what is it called? A what?
HTBL1 is a bright shade.
Is that what shade he wants for his Social 6?
I think so.
This is the artist himself, Michael Bellerina.
I think he wants something
line.
bright, and he said he wants to blind people when he smiles.
No, this is the man.
Am I on the pod?
You're on,
sir.
Yeah, hey, Michael.
You're on the pod with Ted
Wonderful.
and Nick. Ted and Nick. You've always wanted it. Here it is. Okay. This mic stand's killing me. But anyway.
I'm here enjoying a cigar overlooking this waterway in the Ozarks.
Nice.
Up in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Did you take the double nickel to the 20, or did you go the rural route through Arkansas? Through Jackson?
Well, we came up through Shreveport.
Oh, okay. You went the right way. See, I went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went the wrong way.
That's you got to follow the ways.
Yeah, I know, but that's what Waze did to me that time.
It took you too far east.
Yeah, it took me through all rural. But what I did learn is that there's a Dollar General every mile and a half, and I immediately bought some Dollar General.
Rural
stock.
America loves Dollar General. They love that place.
I don't care. Armageddon.
Nick, I think for Vic's Social 6, I think he's looking for the high opacity zero ingot. We call that the Ho. We call that the Ho.
The Ho,
ingot.
like Don Ho?
The Ho?
Yeah, the Ho.
The H-O?
Yeah.
H-O Ho?
H-O.
H-O. The H-O. He wants the H-O.
Why do you call it the Ho? Why do you call it the Ho?
Is it short for hole?
Well, it's
I got some for you. I got some for you, Ho.
It stands for high opacity. They use this shade. They use this shade for urinals and bathrooms.
Wow.
And you know, it's porcelain white. You know,
and they don't stain. They don't stain, right?
But what we'd like to do for you with that fabulous tan that you maintain year round, I don't know how you do that. Is that real or is that spray on?
It's blood pressure.
Okay, good. On that fabulous, that fabulous blood pressure, dark Italian, wonderful Italian skin. Do you know what Vic's mother's maiden name was?
Yeah,
Uva. You know what that means? You know what that means in Italian?
You know, I used to know.
Great. Yeah. So anyway.
It means great?
Wait,
grapes.
Grapes,
like
it does?
the wine.
Really?
Pinot wine.
Grapes?
Yeah.
Grapes.
Oh, I
Grapes.
gotcha.
Isn't that an incredible name?
It is.
Isn't that an incredible name?
Yes.
I mean, that's almost as cool of a name as Ballerina. You know, like your granddaughter, Harper, Ballerina. I love that name. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
So anyway.
It's nice.
So anyway.
Yeah. So back to the subject.
I may have made a mistake making this call. But go ahead.
Did you see the 75-inch TV that your son-in-law installed at the laboratory?
No.
Incredible.
No, boy.
Beautiful.
Hung
show you a picture.
Oh, wow.
Your son-in-law is one of the most talented, creative. I mean, best person to work. I mean, if you ever wanted to look forward to going to work every day, it's when Nick is there. Nick is so great to work with.
Sir, thank you so much.
Wow. Yeah, just unbelievable.
Who is this guy you're working with?
Who is this guy?
Yeah, so anyway.
This guy, Nick.
So anyway, the are we? Did you say we're on the air right?
Yeah,
we're on.
Unbelievable.
We're on
So-
air.
so
Yeah.
what
We're recording. We're recording.
So I'm sitting on this balcony looking over this walkway, and Nick would appreciate this. Nick, I'm smoking right now a Robusto Curavari Buenaventura.
A classic.
Buenaventura in Spanish means good fortune. This is a great cigar.
You're mixing a little California Sensimilia with it. That's what you're doing. I know you.
It's great.
I know you.
It makes it better.
It makes it more creative.
So anyway, what we want to do for that rich olive complexion that Vic has is that we want to go as bright as we can without scaring people.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Well,
we want his grandchildren saying, "Granddaddy, you have a great smile," without going, "What is that you have in your mouth?" You know, I mean, grandchildren are very honest.
They are.
They told me that
especially grandsons. They're very honest.
They told me that they thought that I was 80 years old and that their granddaddy was 50 years old.
Well, that sounds about right.
Did their granddaddy tell them that? Did their granddaddy tell them to say that?
Mike, I would never say that. Never.
Yeah. I wonder how old they tell Carl he is. You know?
No, I'm very supportive of Nick's dad and you, Matt's dad. Very supportive. Believe me. I'm not. There's no popularity contest here. But I will tell you this about boys. I mean, which I didn't realize about grandsons, and it brought me back to my grandfather Howard, is that they hang on every word you say, and you got to watch what you say. Because
they do. Oh, they do.
Oh,
yeah,
they hang on it, man. Whereas Harper could care less. I mean, but the grandsons, boy, they hang on everything.
Yeah.
So Vic, when your grandson Ford was over at my house, I see Donna walking on going outside on the back porch with a pot of water. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "Vic's grandson Ford just peed on our back porch." I mean, he couldn't even go out to the bushes or the grass. I mean, he just walks out the back door, which is, he was 10 feet from the bathroom.
Yeah.
And just walks out there and pees right on the back door.
Well, anytime I'm with him,
Who taught him that?
We could be anywhere, and he'll go, "I got to pee." And I go, "Okay." I stop the truck, I open the door, I go, "Get out and pee." It could be anywhere. He don't care. He could care less.
Yeah, Renee just did that on Lookout Mountain a while ago. So, yeah, it was great.
Okay, so I was going to ask you how Nick was doing at his job, and obviously you've already covered that. So you're very happy with his performance, right? And he's doing well.
Unbelievable. Nick, what is your goal every day?
12 units per day.
No, not production. What is your goal every day?
You say to replace you.
To replace
before that.
To bring glory to God in all that I do.
There you go.
And all that you do, you bring glory to God. Your second purpose is to replace me.
Really?
When are you looking to be replaced?
Your third goal is 12 units a day.
Yeah.
12 units.
Which is a lot.
Well, I don't know. I want to officially announce, Vic, I have retired.
No.
What?
No. I have. I strictly go in. It's strictly for fun now.
Okay. Okay. So now is Nick going to work? Is Nick going to work on my teeth? Is he going to be making my teeth?
He will. He will.
Okay. Really?
Something tells me that Michael's been going in for fun for a long time.
I don't do the anteriors.
He has.
Yeah. This is going to be my first stab at anterior teeth is doing Victor's.
Yeah,
I might not even touch these. I might let Nick just.
Well, you'll at least oversee it. You'll at least oversee. I don't want to put like Bubba teeth in my mouth. White Bubba teeth. Although I would take white Bubba teeth.
Yeah.
If you think you love your son-in-law now, wait till after he makes your teeth.
Well, I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, look, have a happy 4th. Enjoy your vacation. And
guys, love y'all. Thanks for calling.
I'm going to go pearly white now. Pearly white is what I'm going. Pearly.
You got it, buddy.
Pearly
you
white.
got it.
Michael Bellerina at Trinidad, ladies and gentlemen. He's not just he's an artist.
See you Wednesday.
He's just not a teeth maker.
Thank you, guys. See you Wednesday, Nick.
All right, man.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Is it true, Nick, that after you get these teeth, you can't use the toothpaste that whitener? With whitener in it?
Oh, see that now? I don't know. I don't know that.
Michael,
you should have saved that. What's wrong with you?
Because I have 4.
Yeah,
I got them. I didn't get them with Michael, but
you have the fabulous 4.
But they shouldn't stain. Yeah. So I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if
now my dentist didn't tell me. The person who did it didn't tell me that, but somebody told me afterward. I was trying to verify it.
It feels like something we could Google. Should I Google it right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what are you Googling?
Let's get to the bottom of it.
What, the social 6?
No, the white.
Can you use toothpaste with whitener?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On your teeth.
We'll check that out.
You know how all the toothpaste now have whitener in them,
Now, did you guys happen to notice the bruise on the back of my leg? Did you notice that?
I didn't notice it in person today, but I wasn't looking, but you did send me a picture.
Yeah.
So I did see it. You told me about it.
For those of you who don't know, I did make a legitimate comeback into the softball world.
You did?
And I hadn't played in since 2009. I sent Teddy the box score, and my last game I went 3 for 4. I had a double and 2 singles, which should have been a triple, double, and single. But since I can't run, I pulled a hamstring, okay? Now, first of all, when I haven't ran in years. I don't run because the only time I would really run is if I'm running from the police. I haven't had to do that lately, so I haven't been doing any running. And, man, I took one big and then pop. There it went. And I realized, I don't know if this is for me or not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to go out there and get hurt, and so now I got this big old bruise on the, it's been extremely painful. I can't get it to, I've iced it.
We got to get you to like a physical therapist to rehab that thing.
I don't know. It's just
so
really
you got a bruise just from running?
Yeah.
No, his hamstring snapped.
It snapped.
Like he didn't pull it.
I tore it.
I tore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you have a significant thigh injury.
You're probably feeling it just by walking now. Huh?
Oh, God, yeah. And of course, former New Orleans Saint tight end, friend of mine, Josh Hill, is on the team. And I said, hey, Josh, can you book me an appointment with a team doctor? He goes, well, I don't know. I wanted to go see the team doctor. Okay,
you mean the Saints team doctor?
The Saints team doctor.
Your softball team doctor.
The Saints team doctor.
Which you may need a team doctor
it's very
for
possible.
Your softball team.
It's very
What's
possible.
the average age on the team there?
Oh, man, most of the guys are, I don't know, 30s.
30s?
Yeah, so I'm about
30, 40,
25, 30 years older than most of them.
Well, it's a legitimate comeback, like you say.
Yeah. So
it is.
But, they got the bats they got now that they use are all doctored up, and guys hitting softballs like the distance you did at baseball. Yeah. And it was kind of intimidating. So now you did Google about the toothpaste, right?
Yes. Porcelain veneers are designed to transform your smile. Any imperfections in your teeth, such as stains, misalignment, and natural wear and tear, are hidden to make way for an attractive and durable set of teeth.
That's what I'm looking
for dental veneers to last a long time, aftercare is very important. When veneers are fitted, there are certain changes you need to make to your lifestyle that ensures your smile comes first. This includes proper oral hygiene, avoiding any bad dental habits, and eating anything that may cause the veneers to erode or become damaged. One of the key aspects of a strong oral routine is understanding the best toothpaste for porcelain veneers. Many patients ask about the best toothpaste to keep the porcelain veneers strong and durable. Should you use whitening toothpaste? Short answer, no, because it has mild abrasives in it.
So what would you eat that would be abrasive, that would wear? What would you eat? I mean, what are you talking about eating? I don't know.
Probably things that are very acidic is all that I could really think of, like, cola, coffee.
Yeah. What about smoking? Now, smoking's not good for you either way, but
yeah. Well, Mike has a mouth of veneers.
And he smokes a lot.
And he smokes a daily cigar for the most part, and I don't think they stain. No.
Yeah. What about that other kind of tobacco?
The chew.
The chew.
Now that's the question, because your top teeth would be protected from staining. However, your bottom teeth would then stain.
But that only really comes into play if you have a smile like Morris Bart. You know,
so if you're like,
it gives that bottom.
Yeah,
tooth.
if you're doing like a Marv Albert kind of thing or
like
whatever.
Some people smile with their bottom teeth. I don't know if you've ever seen that, Ted, but Morris Bart does that. Morris Bart's a real lawyer guy in town. He's an ambulance chaser here in town.
Billboards all.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm going to get some billboards once I get my teeth. I'm going to get some billboards.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, do something like that. All right, look, when we come back, I got this new thing that I want to do, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it, okay? That's when we come back, All Over the Road podcast continues here with Nick Voebel back. And Ted Semper and myself. We'll be right back.
Got a story? Got a comment? Call the AOTR listener line. Toll free, 601-768-8366.
I don't care what people tell you, inflation is here. They're about ready to put a tax on beef, a tax on pork. Have you seen the price of milk? Inflation is here. Shortages are here. And financially, you got to figure out what the heck you're going to do with excess cash. They call it discretionary income. Well, the best thing that you need to do is to contact our friends at Coin Trader Inc. They deal in all the precious metals, rare coins. It's completely private. You don't need a social security number. You could be Bozo the Clown and open an account with Coin Trader. They've been around for 15 years. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call them today and protect your hard-earned wealth. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rare U.S. and ancient coins. They're experts in all that stuff. Give them a call at 504-267-6004 and tell them the king of all podcasts sent you.
We thank you all. This is the announcer guy speaking. For 4 seasons and All Over the Road, the podcast of New Orleans.
Here are some album covers I don't like. 1984 by Van Halen. I like Van Halen, but if their music wasn't boomer enough, this album cover is. Something about the art style is very unappealing and did not age well. Like, why is a baby smoking a cigarette? It's not the 80s anymore. Smoking's not cool. Give that baby a vape and then we'll talk.
All right, Nick, I ran this by you.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of want to know what you guys think.
Sure.
I'm thinking about becoming a vinyl hipster.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah. Teddy, do you know what I'm talking about, being a vinyl hipster?
Let's see. You're talking about vinyl. Like a vinyl sofa? Vinyl. No, I know. You're talking about vinyl.
Like records. A lacquered chair?
Yeah. Like there's just, let me tell you something what's going on right now. People are going back to listening to music on vinyl.
I like to be immersed in the music.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a hobby type venture to get into. Yeah, I mean.
Now, I remember having
high fidelity sound. Are you into that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I used to be. I used to do vinyl. I had all the, Ted, we had all the albums.
Yeah.
And, you have that. And the difference between downloading music or buying a CD. I don't know. Do you buy CDs anymore? I guess not.
You can. You can.
They're out too, though, really.
But in the old days, you'd go to the record store.
Yeah.
And you'd buy that album, and it was like a piece of artwork.
Definitely.
You know, especially if you got like a Pink Floyd.
And
or
it opens
Grateful
up,
Dead.
and it's got like an insert.
Yeah. And so now there's this new phase or craze. That people are listening to vinyl, and they're buying turntables again, and they're buying, receivers again, and making sure they got the right needles. Remember, there was good needles and bad needles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the needle.
Yeah, the bad needles you see on the side of the road.
Contact. I mean, that's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quality of the needle.
And I remember I had like a real nice Pioneer was the big one back then.
Right.
You get the Pioneer turntable, you get the receiver, and you get the needles and all that stuff. So I was thinking about kind of becoming that again. And, just kind of sitting down at night and putting on an album and listening to music. I don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Do people do that anymore?
It's hipster music. Have you heard of the band Slippery Fingers? No. Never admit that.
Sure.
They do?
Yeah, they're vinyl hipsters. You said it yourself.
It's a real thing.
Do you want to be
hipster.
one of these people? Like, you want to be that guy?
Well, this is what concerns me about
Nothing's stopping you from pulling up a YouTube and
So here's
just
my question,
and
though.
listening to it through your television or your sound
But
system.
is it the same? It's not the same.
When you think of vinyl, I think of old albums, like the Beatles albums. Or
I don't know if you'll notice the subtle nuance of difference in sound.
So are the new music coming out, is it also being put out on vinyl?
It is.
It
is. Some bands will release, their album. It'll be on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
You could get a CD, but then they'll like have like a special limited edition run of albums made where they might make, I don't know, if it's a giant band, they might make 10,000 vinyl discs.
And how's the price compare to like the CD? Or...
much more than a CD.
It's gonna be more.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if I'm
$30
guessing.
bucks.
Yeah, $30 to $40 probably for a vinyl. Maybe $50 if they're got a lot of artwork or like cool little things in it.
Okay, so here's the question, you guys. Here's the question. Right now, all right, let's say we're going to be vinyl hipsters. We're going to go out. We're going to buy our first vinyl album. I used to have them all. I mean, you name them, I had them all. I had probably 1,000 albums.
Yeah.
But you didn't probably pay for most of them.
No. Most of them were promo copies we got from the radio station.
Because when we started radio, when I did, I played the vinyl.
Oh, so did I. You have to cue the record up.
Yeah, you have to cue it up.
They do that on WWOZ.
The song is called Good Thing, right here on WWOZ.
They still do?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, and so what I used to do is I would take my albums. I had a big reel-to-reel player. I had the big reels, the big 12-inch reels.
And you'd copy it onto
and
that?
I'd copy it on the reel-to-reel, and then I would sit there and listen to my reel-to-reel. I mean, I had a whole rig-up thing and everything. Okay, so here's the question for you guys. If we were to go vinyl hipster, all three of us, let's just assume we're all vinyl hipsters.
It's a group thing.
Yeah, we're vinyl hipsters now.
Okay.
What album would you have to go out? The first one you'd have to go out and get if you're going to become a vinyl hipster, Teddy. And how about some music here, Teddy? When we're doing this, like some maybe Jeopardy. How about the Jeopardy music here?
I would like.
Can we have some Jeopardy music?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Jeopardy.
Okay.
Bring it on, please. Bring out the Jeopardy music, please.
All right. So Teddy,
the old album. One of them that I liked was the Who.
Okay.
The Who, meaty, beady, big and bouncy. Remember that one? I don't know if I like the
Beady,
music or
beady,
just
big,
the title name.
No, I do like that.
Beady, big and bouncy. I could tell you one cut or track.
Yeah.
Track.
Yeah.
That was on that album, but that was one of my favorites. Like Mott the Hoople. You remember them?
Oh yeah. All the young dudes.
All the young dudes. Yeah.
Mott the Hoople.
Mott the Hoople. I've got some at home too. I just haven't gotten them out. Now you kind of got my interest.
You do? You still have some?
Yeah, I have some old albums.
You gotta dust them off.
I had the original. It was called actually the Beatles. It was called. You remember Meet the Beatles was actually the second Beatles album to be released on vinyl, of course, but the first one was, and the Beatles were always on Columbia Records.
Okay,
right? I think
Capitol.
Capitol, and then
you're
they
right.
went to Apple.
I think you're right.
Yeah, and then
Capitol.
they went to Apple.
Capitol. I'm sorry, you're right. And then, but the first one was on VJ Records.
Really?
VEJAY.
You're right.
VJ
You're right.
Records. And this VJ was a lady who owned a record label in Gary, Indiana, of all places.
Wow.
And I'd like to look up the story about how she got the Beatles to do their first ever album on her label.
Mm-hmm.
And why didn't she keep them?
Right.
I mean, I don't know. It's got to be a story there, But it was VJ Records, and it was called Introducing the Beatles.
Yeah.
And, of course, had all their... I had that. I don't know if I still do. I'd have to look. I hope I do.
Okay. Now, so what are you saying then? Are you saying that you would get...
a Beatles?
You would get what? You get the
Any of the old
or the Who?
rock.
Which would be the one? You got to get one. It's just a one.
One. You want one?
Yeah, if you had to get
album.
one. Yeah.
Probably the Who then.
The Who. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's your pick. The Who.
The Who.
Yeah.
It's a good pick. It's a good
Very
pick.
good pick.
I'm torn between two, but maybe you guys can help me with that. But go ahead. What about you, Nick?
Mine would be Miles Davis, Kind of Blue.
Wow. Jazzy.
Great album.
Jazzy. Miles Davis. Wow. I'd have never figured that. I'd never figured that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm torn between two. All right. Obviously, the one I want to pick right off the bat is Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll never forget when I got Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing, because they were so ahead of the time. By the way, that's the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper.
Right.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The album cover, they're all dressed in these, like,
Fabulous Generals.
Yeah, just like,
Right.
these
There was
costumes.
a movie.
Yeah. And
Remember the movie? Did you see? You probably saw the movie when you were a kid. Or maybe.
of course I did. Yeah.
Yes. It was in the theaters and everything. Of
From
course.
Liverpool.
And that one, and then of course,
from Liverpool.
another one I would get is Billy Joel's Stranger album.
Oh yeah.
Good
which
album.
is just a great album.
Yeah.
Billy Joel. But you know what? I think that is something that it's just a day gone by. I know a lot of people are getting back into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite. I think if I could do it and capture the past of it, I think that would be something that I'd be, interested in. So I just don't know how it would feel.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that. But then again, I've thought about being a ventriloquist, Nick. I talked about joining the circus, all that kind of goofy stuff. So you never know what. Remember, I wanted to play tennis. Remember, I said, let's take up tennis.
You did want to do tennis.
Yeah. I said,
That
hey.
ended very quickly.
Yeah, I said, Nick, I want to take up tennis. I said, let's go over to the sporting goods shop, get us some rackets and some balls and everything. And then 10 minutes went by, and I said, you know what, Nick, I don't think I want to do tennis.
Yeah.
It took me 10 minutes to come to my senses.
I was upset about that one. I was hoping to get a new racket out of that.
Oh, geez. So, wait, hold on. Yeah.
Who knows how long this will last?
Forehand. You got a strong forehand.
Because you were on puzzles just a few weeks ago.
I'm still doing. I just finished the puzzle.
Still the biggest puzzle guy I know.
You still got that going.
Well, the last puzzle was so darn hard. I think it was a 500-piece puzzle. Like my friend Russell does 3,000-piece puzzles. I don't know how do they do that?
Yeah. Jeez.
I'm just not there.
So there's got to be a method to it. Like,
well, you do the border first.
Do the border first.
You do the border and you fill in. And they give you a picture. You look at the picture. You look for the pieces, but the picture's never the same size or color. It's just all messed up. But Cobble Hill are the best puzzles.
Oh,
if you're going to do puzzles, I do the 500 plus. I just finished one that was very hard. I'm going to be ready to start another one. So, but it's been really good. It's been a family thing. But the last one we did was a 500 plus, and I might have done 100 pieces. And then Martha and your wife, my daughter Emily, did the rest. I was terrible. I just could not do this. Wow. It had so many things that were the same.
Yeah.
And they had like 5 different birds in there. Oh my God. It was just crazy.
Yeah. Now, is there such thing in the world of puzzles? Is there a competition where you like if you have the same puzzle and you have it, I have it, Nick has it, who could put it together?
I would
first?
panic. I would panic.
I think there would have to be.
To put a time thing for me to race to do a puzzle, that
would
drive
me
nuts.
It's like chess when they're on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, right before we started recording today, Nick, we were waiting for you with the sandwiches.
Yeah.
And we were watching Tag.
Yeah, World
on ESPN.
What was it? World Chase Tag or something?
World Chase Tag 5 is shit. The matches are intense.
Demanding.
And relentless.
I never knew there was a World Chase Tag.
They're right after you think, you're it.
They have a small obstacle course, smaller than the size of a basketball court, and there's like all these obstacles all over it, and it's in the shape of a square, and there's 2 teams, and one guy is the evader,
and the chaser,
and it was
WCT,
and if
right?
the evader gets to 20 seconds. Then they shine this big green light, and the evader team gets a point.
Now, you who watches
if the chaser tags the guy,
no, I've never seen.
If the chaser tags the evader, then they just switch up, and the guy who was the evader is out, and then they have 16 rounds. Best of 16 wins.
I think it was 2 teams of 6, maybe
2 teams of 6 or
like
so
on each team.
It was like, and I started watching it. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, this is very entertaining.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know if you see World Chase Tag on your guide when you're scanning around on the Direct TV or whatever, go ahead and put that on because it was kind of
give it a chance.
It's kind of entertaining for about 10-20 minutes.
Yeah.
And this was I'm sorry, I had my mic down.
That's okay.
This was on what channel?
On ESPN 2.
2, I think.
Yeah.
ESPN
2.
Yeah, and I know it's the middle of the summer here, and
there's no sports other than baseball now.
Yeah, baseball's the only thing going.
Well, Wimbledon, but like again, people don't really consider tennis that much of a sport.
So they're digging kind of deep.
I hate to segue into this, I know you like Miles Davis. I was kind of brought up in this stuff right here, This is the stuff I was brought up on Teddy. Since a little bambino, I heard this song.
In Sicily.
Yeah, it brings me back to Sicily. Palermo, Sicily. And I'm Italian.
Yeah.
And a very interesting thing happened to me just recently.
Right.
And it scared the bejeebers out of me. You were there, Nick, when it happened. And you're going to get the story right when we come back. And conclude this episode of All Over the Podcast. Capiche?
A one-of-a-kind podcast. It's All Over the Road New Orleans with the king of all podcasting, Victor Del Giorno.
Ted, I think Steam is beginning to pick up with the listener line.
You feel it?
I do.
Yeah, good.
Especially since you put the correct number on the website.
It did help dramatically to actually have the correct number posted. Yes, it did.
And that was designed to do what, Nick?
To drive people to call in and leave a message and get us to do either something or just ask us a question, anything that's on their mind. They can drop by anytime.
And we want to hear their what, Ted?
Their stories.
We want to hear their stories. This is what we promise you in season 3. More stories, more stories, more stories. And one other thing, much cleaner underwear.
601.
Route
66 768 8366.
That's it.
That's the one. That's the correct number.
It's Joey Clark, and the song is called Good Day, right here on WWO.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Ozzy.
Do a little edit there, Teddy. What? Okay. So, I don't know what happened. I came back from somewhere.
Came back from the softball game.
Oh, I came back from the softball game where I went 3 for 4 with a double, 2 singles. Should have been a triple, double single.
Yeah, you ripped your hamstring and you were just hitting the hell out of the ball.
Yeah. I came up with my new stance, the one-legged stance.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't stand on one leg.
Turner,
so I went one leg, and I said, I'm onto something here.
Yeah.
I come back from the softball game, and there's a package on my door.
Yep.
Okay? And this goes with the Italian thing. Teddy, there's a package on my front door. It's got my address on it.
Okay.
But there's no return address, nothing.
Oh.
I'm going, what the heck is this? It's sitting on my front door. They leave it on your door. They leave the thing on your door.
Right.
So I go and grab it, and everybody's there like looking at me crazy. I'm going, look, there's no return. And I think it was you. So it's a ticking. He said, you that said that? So I'm listening to it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody's sending me, trying to get rid of me or something.
Boom.
Yeah.
So I go and open the thing up, and there in the box is a catfish.
What?
A slimy, dead catfish.
Very dead.
Now, me being Italian, I start to get freaking nervous. Yeah. Everybody's looking at me. I don't know what kind of reaction they're trying to get out of me. If I would think it was funny or whatever, but
Katie was laughing hysterically.
Katie was up to this, I guess.
Matt couldn't believe it either. Matt thought it was so funny, and I was just like,
don't they realize I'm Italian?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something. When I see a dead fish in a box and it comes to my house, I start to get really freaking nervous.
Yeah.
No, what is that symbolic of? Like in your?
It's symbolic as it's like you're.
That's gonna be you.
You're down for a hit. The worst thing is a horse head.
Okay, so the horse head
is the worst.
Is the worst.
That means it's coming.
Yeah,
like, turn around, it's coming.
And that's indicative of the Godfather movie.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit.
For sure.
But the fish too. The fish is also
really. See, so I didn't know about the fish.
It's usually a mackerel. It's usually a mackerel
to acquire.
Like a branzino.
It's a male.
Yeah. So here's this catfish sitting there, and I'm getting really freaking nervous. I'm going, oh my God, what's going on?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'll get a text message, a weird text message from somebody saying, hey, we're from the Jalisco gang down in Mexico. What do they call it? Cartel. Mm-hmm. Or right down the block from your house. When I kill your family, you should wire us $1,500. You ever got one of those?
I haven't.
I don't think I have.
I have. You just get a random. I don't know how you get them. I got a random text message one time, Sam. This guy was with the Jalisco. They send you a picture of some guy with his head cut off. This is your text message.
Wow.
I'm going, what the?
Yeah.
We're right down the street from your house.
We'll get your attention.
Send us $1,500. We're going to go down there. We're going to kill your whole family.
Mm-hmm. So you
All
sent
right.
the $1,500?
That could be kind of scary. But, you kind of think, today the socialist meeting, all this weird stuff going on.
Did they want the $1,500 in gift cards?
I don't know.
Walmart gift cards?
I didn't say. I never got that far. I blocked them, deleted it, forgot about it.
Yeah.
But when I get a fish in a box, I'm getting a little bit nervous. So they thought it was funny. I really didn't.
No, I didn't really get the joke either, but I had been watching.
Did you take a look at my face?
Yeah, you were bewildered.
I was.
You were definitely bewildered.
I was ready to go in the closet, get my gun, and, batten down the hatches or something like that.
Yeah.
You said, it's fish.
That's a stinky fish in a
So
box.
who said it?
Katie did it.
It was Katie.
Yeah, she thought it would be funny. I guess Matt, I guess, went fishing and caught this big catfish. And
I think that you were using the catfish as bait for crab traps.
Oh, I see.
So I think it was a piece of dead bait fish.
Okay, so they used that for crab trap.
And then they were like, I don't know how 1 and 1 became, let's put the fish in the box and put Victor's name on it. That'd be hilarious.
Well, can you do something for me in the future if something like that happens again? Can you tell them that's not a good idea?
Well, I had no idea about it.
Okay, because that's, with me, that's...
You know me.
I was a little worried there.
I have your best interest at heart.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. But
he's getting to the age where he can't handle surprises like that.
Oh, that's...
No. Especially like that. I mean...
With the whole family standing
around. Yeah, what if you had a gripper when you opened the box up?
Well, I'm going to get that crazy. I mean, I get a little nervous, but then I spring into action. I mean, so, okay, all right, bring it on. Let's go.
Fish.
Let's go. Let's bring it on. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lay down. I'm not. I'm going to fight my way out of it. But I just said, man, I got to deal with this now? Dead fish in the mail?
Well,
what's this world coming to?
It was just a joke.
Fish.
What's this world coming to?
Just a joke.
For you.
Yeah, it's just a joke, I guess. But that's the end of that story. But anyway, Nick, you're back. Thanks for being back. Can you come back next week for do another show?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
Hang around for a little while. I think Michael will be okay.
Okay.
Hanging out for a little while.
Who?
His boss, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
His other boss that we spoke to earlier.
Well, we got to readjust the recording times.
Well,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, I think we covered a few things today, huh?
We did.
Congratulate Jason, all the Smoke Asher for his big win in MMA. And all you guys, we'd like to hear from you if you're a hipster, a vinyl hipster on the Facebook site. Nick, what about sharing the show? Tell us about that.
If you're sharing it, that means that you've listened to it.
Yeah.
So wherever you listen to it, there's usually an option for you to just press it and then share via text message. That'd be the easiest one. Send it to a friend and be like, hey, check this show out. If not, you can share it on your Facebook page. You could share it on your Instagram and an Instagram story. There's so many ways you could share the show. But the main thing is you got to listen to the show and then share it once you've listened to it.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is to have it on your phone and then share it to a friend. You can't send it in the mail to a friend. You can't put it in a box. It's not tangible. It's digital. Okay, so you have to send it via digital.
And it's so easy
transition.
to do, right?
Yeah,
just hit a button.
It's just a couple buttons. It's a couple button mashes away to sending it to a friend, sending it to a grandma out of state.
The gratification that you feel after sharing.
Oh my God, you feel
it's
new.
Overwhelming.
You feel fresh.
You'll be glad.
Yes.
I love it when you guys talk about sharing the show. I do. I feel funny saying it myself, but I like it when you guys do it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to share the show.
Just share it. Yeah. If you're listening to it, why wouldn't you want someone else to listen to it?
Don't even think about it.
Then you can talk about it. Think about it. Like if you share it, then you can both talk about it.
That's right. It's like a book club. It's like a book club.
It is like a book club.
It's like a book club.
Yeah.
Join our book club.
Join our book club. Share the show. We'll see you next week on All Over the Road, the podcast. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you, studio audience. Thanks for the cards and letters.
Thank you.
Come up in Coin Trader Studios, you're bringing it live. And who am I? I go by the name of Darkest Night. And Jada Hoyos is the one who brings a sick beat. To which we're getting pumped for topics this week. Cause I need to grab my great soda and take a sip while I turn it over to Kate and Ted and Vic. It's all over. We're all over the road. We got a brand new show, so just lo and behold, from the bayou to the city to the burbs to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
Teddy, you know, this is our fourth season with this podcast. We've now done over 200 episodes here.
We are the show that just keeps going and going.
Yeah, and we're the official podcast of the Saints.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're the official podcast of the New Orleans Gold Rugby Club. The official podcast of Wildcat Sports and Wrestling. I mean, we're the official for everything. I mean, there's a lot more. I could name more.
We're official, darn it.
We're the official. We're the official. We didn't have to pay a cent for it. Isn't that fantastic?
I love it.
Don't you think it's fantastic?
Fantastic.
This All Over the Road New Orleans podcast is brought to you by Coin Trader Inc. Mind your money.